One, should the current governor be recalled? And two, who should replace that governor? Voters can leave that blank, though that might not be the best choice.
Wow.
Governor Newsom actually came out this week and he said this is terrible for California. And he might have a point there because it's a big
He might
ship.
also have a dog in this hunt, too.
Well,
so,
he does. But this is a big, big ship to turn for somebody to get into that transition. So.
All right. Adrian, thank you very much. You got a show to prepare for.
Yes.
Coming up, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central.
You're right.
Banfield.
Great
discussion coming up. Thank you. All right. Now we want to look at who wants to replace Newsom. We're going to turn to Ethan Bearman, liberal radio host and the owner of Bearman Law Firm. Good to see you, my friend. We'll start where we left off. Last time we did this out in California, Arnold Schwarzenegger, a movie star of international fame, was on the ballot. This time, not so much. How's that going to play?
Well, I think this is a really strange turn of events. As Adrian just pointed out, I mean, only one other time has it been successful in California history, which was Gray Davis in 2003. There have been 50 other attempts to recall governors here in the state of California, of which all have failed. This one is very unique that there are two questions on this special ballot, which is costing California taxpayers $215 million to do, by the way.
You guys can't do an election out there for less than $250 million? Really?
Nope, apparently not.
Jesus.
And so the fiscally conservative Republicans who are behind this forgot that little part of it. So if they're not successful, you know, the taxpayers footing that bill. But it's interesting. It is a wide open field. There are 46 candidates looking to replace Gavin Newsom. But first, voters have to select, do they want to recall Gavin Newsom? A yes vote means remove him. A no vote means keep him in office. And then the second question is, which of the 46 people, not including Gavin Newsom, should replace him? And it's chaos. The field is nuts.
We have a graphic to show everybody. Caitlyn Jenner was in it for a while. And you've got Larry Elder, you've got a bunch of other folks. Kevin Parfath, I've not heard of yet. Who's at 27%?
Yeah, he's actually a YouTuber who's made a lot of money in real estate, very successful, actually. He's young, he's millennial. He has some very not necessarily progressive, but what a lot of Democrats in California are actually frustrated about, things like the low to moderate speed rail that they call high speed rail that we're just blowing billions of dollars on. He's against that. Gavin Newsom touched on that for a minute and then continued supporting the high speed rail.
Gavin Newsom actually
unknown YouTuber.
Unknown YouTuber. He's got 27%, and a majority of people say right now recall him, so you could have a YouTuber as your governor. A little different than Arnold Schwarzenegger. This is what Gavin Newsom had to say about his own recall.
You feel like your actions and decisions of governor would rise to a level where a recall is a fair response from the voters?
No, not at all. Look, you don't like me, you have a chance to vote me out, starting the primary next year.
I don't know if we have the audio. There it is, the audio of a baby crying. Maybe that would just sort of better sum up Gavin Newsom's position. Can we get that a little louder? Yeah, good summary of Gavin Newsom. Fair?
Yeah, I mean, look, we have two parts of that. First, I would say that's where this started with the Republicans, was that sound, because they got trounced by 25 points in the 2018 election. One of the people running who was at 10% is businessman John Cox, who got destroyed by Gavin Newsom in the 2018 election. But Gavin Newsom has the confluence of events, especially around COVID, especially around a very loud minority in California who have fought vaccines, who have fought masks, who have fought social distancing. They've been very loud and very consistent in their message, which has started to resonate. And by the way, it's also hospitalized and potentially killed a number of Californians because they won't wear masks or get vaccinated. So, but Gavin Newsom has borne the brunt of that because of, exactly as you point out, his inconsistency in his messaging. And the French Laundry incident, I mean, is unforgivable.
Nobody is willing to come on and defend that, which is very telling. Ethan, appreciate it. Always a good conversation. Good to see you. Nice jacket, by the way. Coming up next, Osama bin Laden, a family man. Why the New York Times is now in trouble over their headline.